the vibe real quick. Look.
City eyes, it's time to Bogart. My God, a real nigga, cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shotty in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard, but tell them it's all true. Be cautious, that foundation falls till you fall through. Look, I keep this shit 50 times 2. Ain't no more heart in this game, I'm John Q. Colder than the avalanche, way above average. Offense taste sweet, told him make me an apple trip. Left us in the valley full of bones, this where hope found. Child become a man, dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evanston with Mark Quad, telling me how them crackers turn his childhood to a ghost town. Focus out, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Let my light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, no tangent. Try to warn them niggas, we bear arms like tarantulas. Them other niggas rap, I make anthems. I really seen profits under this banner. Make my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that sunk dirty Diana. Look, I move like a Brazilian, precious cargo. Spirit ancient, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Wardo. Sleep if they won't, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Hate me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Ride around with Yaradon, just left the state bridge. Looking for a bitch better than Baby's kid. Remember I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence, yeah.
They don't wanna cuff her, they just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on the face, but it's not concealing the pain. It's a shame. So I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that guy flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Tahoe Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Light is in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. It can't, the streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know lie. Gotta got my heart, grip my bow tie. Waiting on the squab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know lie. Gotta got my heart, grip my bow tie. Living in the squab in my whole life, my whole life.
Kill the beat.
I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all don't speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans getting locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died, y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew, you a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum, a gun die or die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We was slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth, I had to make it clear. How Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947, your menorah got 9 sticks, it's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world, Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs. Bunch of thieves and culture vultures, ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you live there. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jewish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, it's the Feast of Purim. UPK undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bastard, they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil, who is? I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he get them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, this what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'd punch you in person. I know this an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ, they the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas, they a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth, niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4, I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. He got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know it. The Lord knows the blasphemy of you so-called white people that say you are Jews and you are not Jews. You are not the people of the law. You are not God's chosen people. God's chosen people are living
expression in the streets of America. God's chosen people are walking around in America with no identity. That's where God's chosen people are.
Hey, Shalom Israel. Yabashima Shabrakadam, Yahweh Shemala done by Shem Yahweh Shai. Listen, we about to come up. We coming up on the Lord's 54th annual Passover, man. It's a whole week of activities, man. We gonna be getting it in. You better come on through, be there, or be square. Look, Wednesday, we got the lamb slaughter with Captain Akkad, man, doing it up from 1:30 to 5:30 that Wednesday. We having it at Custom Meats, man. 1921 Strickland Road. That's down in Clayton, North Carolina. And then we got the King's Bowling, man. 9 p.m. until, you understand, 9 p.m. until. And then at 10 p.m. we also concurrently got the Paint the Town Red going on. That's down at Club with the club promotion with Party Boy, man. They're going to be getting it in. And also from 10 to 2, we got at the Botanical Lounge, 419 Glenwood Avenue in Raleigh. We got the Botanical Lounge. Man, we're going to get it in Thursday from 10 to 2 p.m. We got the Black Wall Street Tour. That's down in Durham, man, at 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Then, and also from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., we're going to be rolling to the Stagville Slave Plantation, man. Commander General Yohana going to be speaking at both of them, man. He's going to be speaking in both. Then at 7 p.m. to midnight, we got the all-black party, boy, down in Durham at the Durham Armory, 212 Foster Street. Listen, that's $25 per person. But if you pay your $200 Passover fee in full, before that, you get in the black party free. We having a jam. We jammed it out last year with Hebrew Academy. We're going to make it bigger this year. The black party coming up. Look, remember, free if you pay your Passover fee. Friday, 10 in the morning to 2 p.m., we having a kids party at Adventure Landing, man. They're going to be getting it in with the children. That's in Raleigh. $30 per child, man. We're going to be getting it in with the children. I might be there, man. I love the children. Hell, 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. We got class, of course, with General Hyman. Y'all know how that go. Come on now. He's going to be dropping the scripture breakdown class. At 10 p.m. to midnight, we rolling over to the live jazz band called Reggie Bowie Project, man. The Reggie Bowie Project going to be getting it in, doing live jazz. That's at the Sheraton Ballroom. The Sheraton Ballroom is one of the hotels we got reserved, the main hotel. 421 South Salisbury, man, Street. That's in Raleigh, too. Saturday, that's the big day. Come on now. 5 p.m., the Lord's 54th annual Passover. $200 per person, man. Come on, bring it in. That lamb, the bread, the wine, the strong drink, the brotherhood, the sisterhood. It's a family reunion, y'all. Y'all better come through. Y'all better come through, man. And then Sunday, y'all can chill all day after the Passover, but at 7 p.m., we having a feast of unleavened bread, man. Unleavened bread, where we're going to eat more of that unleavened bread. We're going to eat more lamb that's left over, and we're going to drink, and we're going to still party, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, 7 p.m. until. We go home when you're ready to go home. We're going to do it up. Just be safe, be professional. You know how we do it, One West. Listen, nobody does it like One West ISUPK. Y'all know that. And nobody can mess with Commander General Yohana or the ISUPK except those who mess with Commander General Yohana and the ISUPK. Shalom. Shalom. Come through. Be
Hey, shalom, Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatham, Yahweh Shema Thumb by Shem Yahweh Shai, Priest Officer Mwanga Bar, Tuesday Brotherhood class. You feel what we do is teach Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians who they are according to the Bible. You feel me? And that our oppressor, the devil the Bible speaks of. You feel me? And tonight what we're going to talk about is sex being marriage and for life. Feel me? That's one thing we got to get understood. Sex is not just an extracurricular activity. So this is actually a brotherhood and sisterhood class tonight because they all both is synonymous with each other anyway. You hear me? Because we got something going on right now called spring break. Spring break is typically the last 2 weeks of March. Feel me? You feel me? The last 2 weeks of March, all the college kids and stuff like that, they go to Miami, Atlanta, different places like that. And they have a lot of unlawful sex. Feel me? They do a little something strange for a piece of change. Feel me? And stuff like that. Now, I know in the world, I know personally, you feel me? I ain't gonna say too much, but some people went out of town and they did some things and exchanged, Instagrams and figured out that the things that they was, doing to them women was real evil because a lot of them had boyfriends, feel me, and stuff like that. So these people go out of town and they in whole relationships and they come back single. You feel me? Your girl going to Miami for the weekend and she's coming back and you single when she get back. Cause she done been ran through. And she don't want nothing to do with you. I kind of rhymed a little bit. Somebody said I should start rapping, but I'm not a rapper. You feel me? I'm not a star. Somebody I got to chop in the car. Nah, but look, I want to read the definition of marriage before we get into the first article. The definition of marriage, and this is the Bible definition. You feel me? Because without the Bible, we got nothing. You feel me? And this is more proof right here. Because without the Bible, we got nothing. If nobody told you sex was marriage, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be getting trains ran on you when you're 13. All the boys going to be running in and out your mama house, coming out with a big smile on their face. You feel me? Stuff like that. So you're going to have a bunch of baby daddies. You're going to have a bunch of baby mamas that you don't want, that you really had no business with in the first place. So, yeah, let's go. Marriage is an intimate, personal union to which a man and woman consent. Feel me? So they gotta consent. I sent this to you, didn't I? Right, I got it though. Which a man and woman consent. So of course it gotta be consensual. It can't be rape or nothing like that. Consummated and continuously nourished by sexual intercourse. That is marriage. In the Bible dictionary. Hold on, wait. I ain't put it on the screen. I don't know which one it is. Zoom in a little bit. Yeah, that's probably good enough. But yeah, though, it say marriage is consummated and continuously nourished by sexual intercourse. And the reason why I say continuously nourished, because without continuously nourishing, you feel me, your woman or your man with sexual, pleasure, the relationship can fold and fall apart. You feel me? A marriage dies without sex, but they're out there having sex like it's just an extracurricular activity, like they going to play volleyball. They going to spring break. They going to Miami, and they having all this sex and fornication, like they going to go hoop at the gym. Like they just going to go with the homies to the gym. Or they going to go with the girls to the tea party. You feel me? This is serious, man. This is really serious. But America teaches that this is nothing. America teaches that marriage is a piece of paper that you got to sign in a courtroom. And that's why they done in spring break. It was something when I was a kid. You feel me? It was called Girls Gone Wild. It was called Girls Gone Wild, man. Because they've been promoting these acts, man, these deviances. And these type of deviances opens up a can of worms. If you're not out here teaching sex is marriage, guess what else you're going to have? A lot of homosexuals, a lot of pedophiles, a lot of rapists, a lot of lustful bastards, because they don't even know that sex that they desiring is only supposed to be for somebody that they love, not just a extracurricular activity. Something to have pleasure for the moment. Feel me? And it say, and perfected in a lifelong partnership of mutual love and commitment. That's what sex is. You feel me? Marriage is sex, and it is a lifelong partnership of mutual love and commitment, man. Mutual love and commitment. It is also a social institution regulated by the word of God and by the laws and customs which a society develops to safeguard its own continue. Man, do we got to put it in subtitles or something? Do we got to put this in subtitles? We got to get subtitles on the screen. Because I don't think, I'm from Chicago. I be talking real fast. I know I got to stop. But I just can't help it. I've been talking like that my whole life. But it say, it is also a social institution regulated by the word of God and by the laws and customs. This is our custom. Sex being marriage is our custom. Spring break is the white man's custom. Fornication is the white man's custom. That's not our custom. That's why we felon. That's why relationships is not lasting. That's why women got 5 baby daddies. That's why they on 35 and ticking. You feel me? They making movies called 35 and ticking, and there's a number of black women in it. Can't keep a man, can't get a man. You feel me? Is it about the choices or the choices you made? You feel me? And it say, which a society develops to safeguard its own continuity and welfare. You feel me? Sex being marriage safeguards your welfare. You feel me? Without sex being marriage, the whole race, the whole system, the whole country, whatever, the whole society is going to fail. If everybody's not walking around thinking sex is marriage, I can't just have it with anyone. The whole society is going to fail. That's what the Bible says. We could end the class with that, but we're not. We're not. We're going to go into the first article, then we're going to get into the scriptures. Let's go to the Miami Beach.
Miami Beach. Concert, ABC News, Channel 7, Miami Beach sets spring break curfew after 2 fatal shootings.
God don't like spring break because y'all not keeping up with what we just read. Spring break, what's happening on spring break is a lot of lustful sex. Don't let nobody lie to you. Look at these women, man. They down half naked. They down half naked in bathing suits, man. It's nighttime. Ain't nobody going swimming. It's nighttime. Look at the picture. It's nighttime. Ain't nobody going swimming, man. Like, come on, man. They got on bathing suits and stuff, man, because they is looking for attention. Because they want to have some sex. I'm telling you, that's what they going for. Vegas, they is in Vegas because they looking for some. They in spring break in Vegas, Miami, Atlanta, because they trying to have some sex, man. They trying to get ran through and go home and act like ain't nothing happened. You go ahead.
Miami Beach, Florida. Miami Beach officials imposed a curfew beginning Sunday night during spring break after 2 fatal shootings and rowdy, chaotic crowds that police had difficulty controlling.
And you know why? You know what's rowdy and chaotic about them crowds? Because them is demons on them, man. They got demons on them. That's why the crowds is rowdy and chaotic. Why on spring break? Why this ain't happened 2 weeks ago? Miami hot all year round. Why they didn't do a curfew 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago? Why on spring break? The last 2 weeks of March. Because them is demons on them young men and women down there. You feel me? Because America is unleashing their demons with this can of worms, man. All these sexual deviances that America is promoting is unleashing a can of worms, man. It's the Bible say the demon come back with 7 more wicked than himself. These is demons on them, man. That's why it's so rowdy and chaotic that they had to set a curfew because people didn't got killed. You feel me? The Most High didn't allow somebody to die to show you that this ain't right. Just to show you that this ain't right, man. This ain't how we supposed to be living. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And that's all you see in the picture when you look in the picture. These blacks and Hispanics, you could tell. You go with it.
The city said in a news release the curfew would be from 11:59 until 6 a.m.
Right. And that's Most High in Christ. That's what they get. Because them the hours too. All the fornicating happened. I was always told, if you don't find nothing to do after 2 o'clock in the morning, you need to go home. That's when I got shot. I remember I got shot, and I've been living that ever since. I got shot. It was like 3 in the morning. We trying to kick it and find something to do. And I got shot. And that's why I'm telling you, you do not want to do nothing after them hours. You ain't found nowhere to go safe By 12 o'clock, just don't go nowhere. Go home.
With an additional curfew likely to be put in place Thursday through next Monday, March 27th.
Right, they trying to do that for the whole spring break. And that's the Lord doing that because he's trying to save some people's lives, man. Some people's relationships. Because a lot of women down there ready to risk their relationship for a night of fun. And maybe they might change their mind because of this.
The curfew mainly affects South Beach, the most popular party location for spring breakers.
Mm-hmm.
The release said that 2 separate shootings Friday night and early Sunday that left 2 people dead and excessively large and unruly crowds led to the decision.
Right.
The city commission plans a meeting Monday to discuss potential future restrictions next week.
All right. Yeah, we could drop that article. That's the end of that. They're going to just go into more detail of, what we just already said. Hold on, wait. Now, go down to the last paragraph. I knew it was something else I wanted, that last paragraph.
Last paragraph.
Last year, the city imposed a midnight curfew following 2 shootings, also on Ocean Drive. The year before that, there was about 1,000 arrests and dozens of guns confiscated during a rowdy spring break that led to Miami Beach officials to take steps aimed at calming the situation.
Because the demons is out. They ain't talking about this. Miami Beach is cracking all year round. This is on spring break. Because that's when them demons come out. Them demons jumping on them women. Telling all their friends they need to go down there. Telling the men they need to go down there so they can get some box. It's niggas down there getting box. Ain't never had box before. It's niggas in Miami having box. Like, man, he didn't want to move to Miami. Because they just giving it away. She don't even like you for real. That's just the spirit. That's just the spirit of what happens on spring break. It's an evil demon. Spring break is like it's Christmas and New Year's, Thanksgiving. It's all the same. It's evil spirits come up on you, man. So you could drop that. Let's go to the California man.
California. Oh my God.
See that, and that's what I'm saying. This is the type of stuff they letting loose, man. When they tell you sex ain't marriage, what the damn man? Look, I need to pull that back up. Because we're gonna have to keep going back to that damn definition of marriage. I'm gonna pull it back up because we're gonna have to keep going back to that, like real talk. Because without that, marriage, an intimate personal union, but for the best part is it says, which is a society develops to safeguard its continuity and welfare. Sex being marriage safeguards your continuity and your welfare. That's what the Bible definition say of marriage. You go ahead whenever you got it.
Come concert. California man allegedly busted with 900 child porn images after wife found hidden camera, then turned him in to the police.
Now, I thought that when you go to the white man's courtroom, that's marriage. That's what every woman is dying for, right? Ain't that what every woman begging for? Mm-hmm. For a man to get on one knee and tell you he want to be with you the rest of his life. Then you go on his damn, what did it say, his phone or computer? Well, I don't say. But his wife found 900 child porn images. Of course, it's a devil. This they culture. We know that. This is the white man's culture. This ain't our culture. That's why more so you find these looking people. I'm gonna say that for the YouTube. You find these looking type of people end up in stuff like this more than black people. Not saying a black person ain't never got caught with child porn or never done nothing like this, but it happens so much in their community because it's their culture. And if a black or Hispanic did do it, it's because he learned it from them. You go ahead.
Yeah, so like I said, for Meg in the joint, they had special wings for these people. And 9 times out of 10, it was them looking people that was in there.
Talking about protective custody, the ones that wear the yellow. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, they ain't all that. Ooh, they ain't in Gen Pop. No, these type of people ain't in Gen Pop. No. They don't come out themselves. They don't want to come play cards. They don't do none of that. Hell no. Hell.
California man arrested for having more than 900 child porn images in his possession.
And you know why he got 900 child porn images? Because his society let loose a can of worms. His society let loose a can of worms and told him that sex is an extracurricular activity. Marriage is just a piece of paper. So now he want to have sex with the 900 children. You think he got the images for nothing? He had sex with his wife. He thinking about them 900 images. He ain't thinking about her. That's why she turned his ass in. Because she probably felt something wasn't right. Something was off. You go ahead.
The man was turned into the police by his wife after she allegedly found a hidden camera inside his bathroom at the couple's home.
Man, she found the hidden camera in the bathroom. Now he see her naked all the time. Who you think the hidden camera was for? For children. For children. That's why I say, man, you don't teach sex is marriage. You letting loose a can of worms. A bunch of sexual deviances is you letting loose. You know how I know this is true? The Bible dictionary say, which a marriage definition, which a society develops to safeguard its own continuality and welfare.
On March 8th, the wife found a hidden camera in the bathroom of the house. She confronted her husband about the hidden camera. The husband reportedly admitted he knew about the secret surveillance camera, but vowed to remove and throw away the camera. The wife took the camera and hard drive to the authorities because she feared that her husband had nefariously recorded their young children using the bathroom.
Right, he doing it. Oh, he doing it to his own children. Oh, damn. Yeah, these people are disgusting, man. But you live in a society that don't regulate sex, you would want to have it with anybody.
High-tech crime detectives conducted a preliminary forensic analysis of the hard drive and said they found more than 900 images of child pornography images and video on the device.
Y'all don't want to serve a black man named Jesus Christ? The world knows Jesus Christ is named Yahweh Shai Mashiach in the Hebrew. Y'all don't want to serve him? This is going to keep happening. Because this is the type of people that rule over you. This is what they about, man. You go with it.
The video showed children and adults using the bathroom who did not appear to know they were being recorded, the Reading Police Department said.
And that's illegal to put a camera in a bathroom. I know public bathrooms is illegal, but I know for sure in your home, that's illegal too. It got to be some type of law against that. Because I know for sure in a public bathroom, you cannot have a camera. Somebody could literally be murdering somebody in there, and it is what it is. They cannot put a camera in there.
Ryan Rovito, 34, was arrested on Thursday during a traffic enforcement stop.
34 years old. He young too. He ain't even like an old man. He ain't even like an old man that can't get a woman. He 34 years old. He can get some women. But he told sex was not marriage. No, he was told one man, one wife. So he can't even have another woman. He got to deal with that woman that he's dealing with for the rest of his life.
Traffic enforcement stop after detectives obtained a warrant. Rovito was charged with possession of child pornography and his surreptitious recording of an identifiable person who was undressed. He was booked at the Shasta County Jail where Rovito has since been bailed out.
But yeah, though, we can end it with that because the whole point of that was just a simple fact. Damn. So hold on, wait, Salakia. You gotta go down to the last paragraph again. Salakia. Where it say according to the United States.
According to the United States Sentencing Commission, more than 99% of child porn offenders were men in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Over 76% of child porn offenders had little or no prior criminal history.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all better stop treating. Y'all got to start racially profiling y'all own people. I'm just telling you, Mr. White Man. You want to save your children, you better start racially profiling your people. You feel me? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You love your kids, Mr. White Man. White ladies out here, man, oppressors. You better start racially profiling each other and leave us the hell alone. Because y'all got 900 pictures of children in y'all house, naked. You feel me? Yeah, you can drop that. Let's go to Chloe Bailey.
Chloe Bailey.
I just got hip to this sister because I knew about her other sister that was the Little Mermaid.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they was the same person. I didn't know it was two different people. I ain't gonna even lie. I just got hip to them.
All right. TMZ Chloe Bailey new sex scene kicks off colorism convo about Halle Berry. A new show Chloe Bailey is in where she's shown having sex has sparked a debate about racism and colorism in Hollywood. And now Halle Berry's been roped in.
They didn't pull her into it. You go ahead.
You might have noticed the letters trending this weekend. The reason is because of the discourse that's taken off since Donald Glover's latest TV series Swarm debuted on Friday. What starts out with a scene depicting Chloe doing the deed in very graphic detail.
Right. She was naked. Now she was naked for real. Now the sex wasn't real, so they say, but she was definitely bent over naked. You feel me? Doing the sex scene, which the Lord permits. Because this sister, from what I was told, was a good sister. You feel me? She was not promoting sex. She was not sexualized. She wasn't promoting whoredom or none of that. But now, because that's where the money at, because they want to destroy our children and make them overly sexualized. She naked, bent over, having sex in the beginning of the TV show. Soon as the show come on, first episode, it just came out. First episode, she bent over getting fucked. She was like, "Excuse my language." Go ahead.
Since then, there's been a lot of chatter about her decision to do the sex scene.
That's what I'm saying. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. It's because that ain't her. That ain't even her MO. It's not her MO to do stuff like that.
Some say it's a great move, good for her. Another feels like it falls in line with other choices she's made as of late, like putting out a single with Chris Brown. That's some thinking not so wild.
Right, and they think because he's labeled a woman beater because of what happened with Rihanna, that kind of messed his career up.
As one Twitter user puts it, where's the Chloe Bailey's mentor, please? She's been making terrible decisions lately. She would have never done that sex scene in Swarm, and I'm not even going to go into a most recent collab. A lot of other folks reacted similarly.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They paying these women money to do this stuff. To do sex scenes, you get paid more. The white bitch, man, I'm gonna get canceled. They're gonna cancel me. I don't care, but I'm just saying. But yeah, the white girl in Game of Thrones, the Dragon Queen, when she did them sex scenes, they say she got paid $1 million episode. When she stopped doing the sex scenes, they cut her check tremendously. But when she was doing the naked scenes and every episode, she got $1 million.
On Saturday, that combo shifted when someone brought up Halle Berry in comparison. She tweeted, Halle Berry getting back shots. Role got her an Oscar, right? The point she was making, Halle also did risque stuff in her day. Monsters Ball being a prime example for which she won an Oscar.
Right. Halle Berry was getting, bent over by a heathen just like she was. You feel me? And she won an Oscar for that. I don't think she won an Oscar for nothing else. Halle Berry was a good actor. She won like the best, but as far as females go, black females, she was one of them ones. But she didn't get an Oscar until she had sex with some heathen white man in Monster Ball. I never even seen the movie, but I always heard about that.
But that in and of itself didn't diminish her work and accolades.
Right, but all I'm saying though, the whole point of us reading this is that sex is marriage. It's not an extracurricular activity, but they keep promoting it, and they doing it with our sisters. You feel me? They promoting this with our sisters, man. Look at this. You feel me? Salakia. They promoting this with our sisters. You feel me? They want you to think that sex is just fun. Go to spring break and get bent over. Come on, man. Stop it. So you could drop that. Let's go to that last article about the women that initiate divorce.
Come. All right. Why women initiate divorce more often than men? A study led by the American Sociological Association determined that nearly 70% of divorces are initiated by women.
Initiated by women. Now, y'all say deadbeat dads. That's what y'all say. Y'all say black men are deadbeat dads. They don't take care of their children. They don't do this. They don't do that. But it says 70% of marriages, you feel me, are initiated by the women. The divorce, Slocky.
And the percentage of college-educated American women who initiate divorce is even higher.
Ooh, them know-it-all bitches. Them too smart-ass bitches. That's why they single on 35 and ticking. These upper echelon bitches, they say it's even higher. They divorce even higher. And that's why they lonely. Buying all the batteries in Dollar General. If you don't know, then you don't know.
Considering that gender stereotypes indicate that women are often the driving force behind marriage, this may seem surprising.
Because they the driving force because they want to conquer you. And once they do it, when they get you to get on that knee, they ain't interested no more. You go ahead.
And so like I said, if I may, I said this earlier. Why would you sign a contract with somebody who's rewarded for breaking it?
Man, stop it. That's not even smart. That don't even make sense at all.
So what are the reasons why women are initiating divorce more often than men? Does it have to do with gender differences and gender roles? Are married women just more likely to take action in comparison to married men?
Not they just gonna get into a bunch of different discussions about how, why, it don't matter. 70% of you hoes is getting niggas to marry you just so you can just divorce them. That's what the article said. 70% of you women are the ones asking for the divorce. Sex is marriage, man. And if you knew that, you wouldn't be doing that. You feel me? But yeah, let's go to Leviticus 20:8. And let's talk about sex. Let's see what the Bible say about sex. Because they say sex sells. You feel me? That's what they say.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 20.
You talking about cheaper to keep? That's a lie. Hey, it was an old school nigga from my hood talking about happy wife, happy life. I said, you a simp. When he said that, I had a lot of respect for him before he said that. When he said that, I say, oh, I'm a simp.
Book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 8. And ye shall keep my statutes and do them. I am the Lord which sanctify you.
Right, and that's talking about the customs. When they say statues, it's talking about the customs. Because we got statutes and commandments. We got commandments, then we got stuff that just Moses laid down. That Moses felt like this would help us grow and be a better nation. And what the definition of marriage say? And Moses felt like these statues would, where is that? Safeguard his own continuity and welfare in our society. That's what the statues was for, to safeguard our welfare. Go ahead.
Verse 9. For everyone that curseth his father or his mother shall be surely put to death.
Now that's bad, ain't it? You cursing your mama and daddy that raised you, that's bad. That's evil. God, hold on, wait. The Most High say you should be put to death for cursing your mama or your daddy. You should be put to death. You go ahead.
He hath cursed his father or his mother. His blood shall be upon him.
We're going all the way to 17. That is what the Most High said. He say, man, you curse your mama or your daddy, nigga, you need to die. You know why? Because they the first teachers of the law. They the ones teaching you about me. You feel me? That's what time Christ thinking. How you gonna curse them and they teaching you how you need to love me first? Otherwise, you ain't gonna be safeguarded. You're gonna go into all type of different philosophies and lust and be destroyed.
Verse 10. And the man that committed adultery with another man's wife, even he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife,
right?
The adulterer,
that's the man,
and the adulteress,
and that's the woman,
shall surely be put to death.
Man, look, you wouldn't disrespect your mama and daddy, would you? But you would go on spring break and have sex with another man's woman? It's the same shit. And that is what Moses is about to break down to the children of Israel. He's about to break down to you how everything that you look at is evil is the same as you fucking another man's woman. You having sex with a woman and throwing her away. Like it's just an extracurricular activity. That's what he's about to break down to you. You wouldn't disrespect your mama, would you? Or your daddy, would you? No, you wouldn't. Because that's a death penalty offense. But guess what else is a death penalty offense? Spring break. All that lustful sex you having on spring break is a sin. The same way you talk about your mama or your daddy, which you would never do. Come on, stop
it. Verse 11. And the man that lieth with his father's wife hath uncovered his father's nakedness.
Right. Would you have sex with your daddy's wife? No, you won't. If you do, you just nasty as hell. And guess what the Bible say about you?
Both of them shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them.
Both of y'all should die. You disrespect your mom and daddy, you should die. You have sex with another man's woman, you should die. You having sex with another man's woman is the same as you having sex with your daddy's wife. And this is more proof of what? A man can have more than one wife. Because it ain't say your mama, you had sex with your father's wife. Because your daddy got more than one wife. He ain't just with your mama.
Verse 12. And if a man lie with his daughter-in-law, both of them shall surely be put to death.
Now that's talking about a man having sex with his son's wife. It said they both shall be put to death. This is all the same stuff to the Most High. You looking at you having sex with another man's woman as an extracurricular activity. When the Bible said that it will safeguard its own continuity and welfare. You feel me? These customs which a society develops to safeguard its own continuality and welfare. That's what sex is. It's safeguarding our welfare. It's not an extracurricular activity. That's why Moses said you would be put to death. You go ahead.
They have brought confusion. Their blood shall be upon them.
And we don't do that. We ain't with none of the confusion.
Verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind.
Oh my God. Now he's comparing it to gay shit. It didn't went from you having sex with your daddy's, wife to your daddy having sex with your wife to now it's comparing you commit adultery to homosexuality. You still think that's not gay? You still think you having sex with another man's woman is not gay? Well, the Bible just said it's gay. The Bible say if you have sex with another man's wife, you gay. We don't care because it's spring break. You go ahead.
As he lieth with a woman.
As he lieth with a woman. You can't lie with a man like you lie with a woman. So how can you lie with a woman that got a man? Because you don't believe sex is marriage. You don't believe sex is for life. And guess what? The blood gonna be upon you. Go ahead.
Both of them have committed an abomination.
Some the Lord hate.
They shall surely be put to death.
They shall surely be put to death.
Their blood shall be upon
them. Blood shall be upon them. AIDS. Do you know most of the sexually transmitted diseases starts in the blood? It's telling you this this thousands of years ago. It's telling you this. That it starts in the blood. And guess what though? What you didn't know. You having sex with another man's woman is like you having sex with him, you faggot. We're gonna get clipped. So lucky.
And if a man take a wife and her mother,
ooh,
it is wickedness.
Come on now. You spring breakers out there. Y'all gonna have sex with your wife and her mother? No, you ain't. Now, some of you will, but even after, you gonna know that was wrong. Come on, man. You go ahead.
They shall be burnt with fire.
That's what the Bible say. You're gonna be burnt with fire, man. You're not gonna make it out of that in one piece. It was a nigga named Trouble. We did a class about Trouble and on the podcast. Tune in Crowd Spend Night every Wednesday, 9 o'clock. Me and Most High Christ. But yeah, though, Trouble, was having sex with another man's woman. Bragged about it on lip service on Angela Yee, the Heathen, little talk show from the Breakfast Club. Yeah, she's a heathen. She's Chinese, a dated Chinese. She's a heathen. She's not an Israelite. But yeah, though, and he was bragging about how he don't care about no other man that the woman dealing with. He better not play with her. You feel me? He better not play with him. He better not play with her because he really about that and he died. He's dead and gone.
Both he and they. Let there be no wickedness among you.
Right, no wickedness. We ain't having that.
Verse 15. And if a man lie with the beast.
Now wait. It say if a man lie with a beast. So Moses is comparing adultery to a bunch of different things. He compared you commit adultery with having sex with an animal. Bestiality, which even a white man will lock you up for. As lustful as the white man is, if you get caught having sex with an animal, he gonna lock you up. It's called bestiality. And Moses said this thousands of years ago. If a man lie with a beast,
he shall surely be.
You're gonna die. You're gonna die because this is you having sex with another man's woman is like having sex with an animal. Because sex is supposed to be a bond. How you gonna bond with an animal?
And you shall slay the beast.
And the beast gotta die. That animal can never remember that. That's a lie. Even the cow or the dog or whatever got to die. That dog or that cow or whatever cannot remember that ever happened, man. Like real talk. That's just too much confusion.
Verse 16. And if a woman approach unto any beast and lie down thereto, thou shalt kill the woman and the beast.
Mm-hmm.
They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them.
That's what I'm saying. Adultery is the same as having sex with an animal. This is what Moses is trying to explain to y'all. This is serious. This is not a small thing. You think it's an extracurricular activity? Well, go have sex with a bear. And you're going to not make it out alive. Or have sex with a lion. Or a tiger. You're going to not make it. And Moses is saying this is what's going to happen. If you have sex with another man's woman, you're not going to make it. Go ahead.
Verse 17. And if a man shall take his sister, his father's daughter,
ooh,
or his mother's daughter,
damn,
and see her nakedness.
Ooh, this got ugly now.
And she see his nakedness.
Damn.
It is a wicked thing.
It is what?
It is a wicked thing.
Go ahead.
and they shall be cut off in the sight of their people. He hath uncovered his sister's nakedness, he shall bear his iniquity.
You having sex with another man's woman on spring break is like having sex with your sister. Seeing your sister naked, which is something you would never do. So why would you ever have sex with another man's wife when that's your fucking sister? But you taught to love everybody. Your neighbor is talking about the Chinese and the Japanese and the Koreans. When no, it's not. It's talking about your brothers and your sisters. So why would you have sex with another man's woman? Why would you have sex with another man that's not your man if you're a woman? When this is your brother, this is your sister. What are we doing? We cause a confusion, and that's why we at the top of every bad statistic. Every bad statistic, we at the top. Everyone. So you could drop that. Let's go to Ecclesiastes in the Old Testament 7 and 8.
Come. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof.
Mm-hmm.
And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit.
Oh, Salakia, my bad. 7 and 28. That's on me, my bad.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 28. Which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not.
Man, I'm telling you, we looking for brothers and sisters that love the Lord, that want to serve the Most High in Christ. We looking, and it ain't easy.
One man among 1,000 I had found.
Right, one man out of 1,000. It say 1 man out of 1,000 have I found. That's not a lot.
But a woman among all those have I not found.
Right. It's going to be so hard to find a righteous sister in these times. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be near unto impossible to find a sister that's righteous. So if you do find one that's righteous, you better keep her. Now, I ain't saying simp down or nothing. I'm just saying the Lord was with you on that mission. Because we got a bunch of missions out here. You hear me? Not just the priests, just brothers in the world. We got a bunch of fights and battles that we got to fight. You feel me? We got a bunch of battles to fight. So if you found a woman, you feel me? Because the Bible say, but of women among all those, I found not. So you're going to have to stretch far and wide to find a righteous sister. And if you found one, the Lord was with you on that mission. And you better not take it for granted. You better not take it for granted. You feel me? Because it can end. And then now you just back looking for another one. And the Bible already said that that's going to be hard to do. So you could drop that. Let's go to Job 2 and 3.
Okay. The book of Job, chapter 2, verse 3. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job?
Right. But Satan, he going to and fro. He worked for the Lord. I don't know if people know it or not. Satan works for the Most High. He's one of the angels. He's just an evil spirit.
Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man,
Right.
one that feareth God and escheweth evil.
Right. This is a perfect man. A perfect man that Satan felt like he couldn't even touch. So the Most High had to tell him, like, hey, why you ain't trying Job? Because Satan going to try everybody. He going to do whatever he got to do to take away, you feel me, your crown of glory that you supposed to get. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you got a crown of glory that you supposed to get. But Satan is going to come and try you. to see if you deserve it, men and women.
And still he holdeth fast to his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause.
Right, he ain't even done nothing. That's what Satan's saying. Satan said, damn, what did he do? He ain't even done nothing. So the Lord can send Satan on you and you ain't even done nothing. He just want to know how strong you is. You feel me? Let's go for women and men. You want to go have sex for fun on spring break? Well, Satan tried you and you failed. And your dumb ass gonna be mopping floors in the kingdom. When you got the sisters you laughed at because she got her head wrapped, she got her dress on, she ain't showing off her nipples and her print or none of that. She ain't got on leggings walking around the mall. You laughing at her. But she gonna be next to a man that's ruling in the kingdom. And you gonna be with somebody that's mopping floors.
Verse 4.
We're going all the way to 6.
Come. And Satan answered the Lord and said, skin for skin. Yea, all that a man had will he give for his life.
All of the man had that's talking about, like, think about like 9 days snitching. You feel me? You would give up whatever for your life. Think about Gunna. You feel me? How he took the plea deal when the Young Thug was saying they not an enterprise that's do illegal stuff. They just rappers. Then they put Gunna on the stand, skin for skin. A man will give up all he had for his life. This is what Satan's saying.
Verse 5. But put forth thine hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face.
He's saying just take away what he used to. You feel me? Destroy his, like, put a sickness on him. You feel me? Put him in a position that he not used to. Something he didn't think was gonna happen. And he gonna curse you. He gonna say it's your fault. Yeah, go ahead.
Salakia, sir. I may in other parts of the Bible, when it's talking about bone and flesh, it's talking about like family and stuff. Is it talking about family here too?
Yeah, that's what he did. That's exactly what he did. He touched his bone and his flesh. You feel me? It's his children. You feel me? When you read the book of Job, he did. He touched his children. And Job still ain't cursing.
Verse 6. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life.
That's what the Most High told Satan. This is a perfect man. Job was perfect. He didn't do nothing wrong. He didn't do nothing wrong. So you brothers out there that ain't did nothing wrong, and you going through hell, you going through all these tribulations and stuff, that's because the Most High want to see if you worthy. You not a simp. What, your girl left you? You feel me? She went on spring break and ain't come back. Fuck that bitch. So what? It's the Lord trying you. He tried her. She lost. She gone somewhere. Let her go. Job was a perfect man. And the Lord told him that he told Satan that he's in your hand. Just save his life. Because the Lord knows what you can stand and can't. You feel me? Some men can withstand a woman leaving them, some can't. So that might not be your fight. You might not have a fight where it's women. Your fight might be your kids or money or other stuff. It might not be a woman because he know that's not something you can fight. That's something you will fold over. Like, real talk. The Most High knows you. And that's why he told Satan that Job is in your hand to save his life. Because he know that's all Job care about. Anything else, Job would gladly give up. But his life is nothing he can do. He dead. Because he dead and gone. So you could drop that. Let's go to Matthew 19 and 28.
Come. The book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 28. And Yahushua said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
Right. And it's just talking about all the people that died serving the Most High in Christ, which is very few. Maybe I think give or take 144,000. It's a lot. Give or take from what the Bible say, 144,000. They followed Christ into the regeneration. They followed him until they died, until they came back into the earth. And they say that they gonna judge. They gonna be the rulers of the 12 tribes of Israel. Who's gonna rule the planet? You go ahead. We're going to 29.
Verse 29. And everyone that hath forsaken houses,
You done gave up your family, your brothers, the niggas you grew up in the neighborhood. You done gave all that up.
or sisters, or father,
or your father,
or mother,
man, I'm telling you, you're gonna have to give up a lot for this truth.
or wife.
You're gonna lose your wife. You're gonna lose your mother. You're gonna lose fathers. You're gonna lose women. You're gonna lose brothers. You're gonna lose sisters. You're gonna lose people you had lifelong bonds with. You feel me? You're gonna lose so much because of the truth, man. You go ahead.
Or children, or lands,
property,
for my name's sake,
just to serve the Most High in Christ,
shall receive 100-fold.
Right, you're gonna get all that back,
and shall inherit everlasting life.
And everlasting life is talking about rulership throughout your generations. If you're willing to lose all that stuff, you feel me? You're willing to teach the truth and lose all this stuff that you have right now for the Most High in Christ, you're going to get it back 100-fold and throughout your generations. We say follow him through the regeneration. Did it or did it not? Because you come back through your children. And when you come back through your children, you're going to always be wondering, like, damn, why we always doing good? Why we always at the top? That's because you followed Christ through the regeneration. You forsake your house, your family, your brothers, your sisters, your father, your mother, your wife. Some don't nobody want to do. Your children, nobody ever want to do. Is to forsake your children. You think your children is everything. The Most High said they are nothing. You better serve me. He'll use your children to destroy you. He'll use your wife, your sisters, your brothers, your family to see if you really deserve to inherit everlasting life. So you can drop that. Let's go to 1 Timothy 3:2.
Come. The book of 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 2. A bishop then must be blameless.
Now, bishop, that's like a teacher, a ruler. Say he must be blameless.
The husband of one wife.
Right, the husband of one wife. Now, of course, people out there in the world is like, see, you can't have more than one woman. That's what they think because they don't understand the Bible.
Vigilant.
Sober.
Of good behavior. Given to hospitality.
Right.
Apt to teach.
Now go ahead. I'm going all the way to 5.
Come. Verse 3. Not given to wine.
Not given to wine. Now Christ drunk wine. You feel me? So what is that talking about? That's talking about not being a drunk. You driving your car 90 miles an hour. This is what a drunk is. When you drink so much, you do stuff you wouldn't do sober. That's how you know. That's exactly how you know if you were drunk. If you got a drink to do stuff that you really would have never done. You go ahead.
No striker.
That's talking about fighting, punching people, stuff like that.
Not greedy of filthy lucre.
Right, not being greedy.
But patient.
Not a brawler.
Not covetous.
Right.
Verse 4. One that ruleth well his own house.
Right, ruleth his own house. Now, this is talking about a bishop. If you want to be a bishop, You want to be a ruler. You want to be a leader. You got to have one wife. It's telling you what not to do. And you got to have one wife. Go ahead.
Having his children in subjugation with all gravity.
Or having your children in order.
Verse 5. For if a man knows not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of God?
The church of God. Now, what are women at? It said a lot of stuff, but it ain't say nothing about. It said you have to have one wife. So what's the one wife? It ain't say her name. Why it ain't say her name? It said be sober, good behavior, hospitality. No, not being greedy, patient, brawler. So where is this one woman at? Who is the woman that Timothy was talking about that's so worth just only one? You know who the one woman that it was talking about? It was talking about the church of God, the school. You feel me? That's what it was talking about when they say you want to have one wife. It's talking about the school or the church of God, which is the same thing. The church just means school of God. That's what you got to put first. This is not no scripture about one man, one woman. This ain't even talking about sex. This ain't got nothing to do with sex. This whole topic right here. Go ahead.
Yes, lock yourself. I made what you bring out is so heavy. And you know it's not talking about women because if you drop down to verse 11, it says wives, plural.
Because this ain't got nothing to do with sex. This whole topic ain't got nothing to do with women. This is Paul telling them. You feel me? He's telling the different schools, man, the different leaders over the schools, how they can rule the school. It got nothing to do with women. It's not a woman precept. But you got to be married to your work if you want to succeed. That's all this talking about. So you could drop that. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 6 and 13.
Come. Book of 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 13. Meats for the belly, and the belly for meats. But God shall destroy both it and them. Now the body is not for fornication, but for the Lord. And the Lord for the body.
Right, just like how the belly is for meat. You feel me? Meats is for the belly and belly is for the meat. That's what it's for. You feel me? The Lord created you a belly, a stomach, and meat to go in the stomach, and stomach for the meat. It's all synonymous with each other. You feel me? Just like the body is not for fornication, but it's for the Lord. It's the same thing as meat being for your body. Fornication is not, but meat is. You go ahead. We're going on with a 20.
Come. Verse 14. And God hath both raised up the Lord and will raise up us by his own power. Verse 15. Know ye not that your bodies are members of Christ?
Right. Your bodies are members of Christ. You hear me? Your bodies are members of Christ. Christ don't want you having no one-night stands. You feel me? Christ is the Messiah. He's a black man coming to save us out of captivity. He don't want you on spring break busting it open.
Shall I then take the members of Christ and make them members of a harlot?
Right. Make them members of a hoe. Take the members of Christ. Our bodies are members of Christ. And you're gonna take them and make them a members of a harlot, which is a hoe.
God forbid.
God forbid that you turn your bodies into sexual acts. You feel me? You walking around with titty tape on and see-through dresses. God forbid that you think that is what the hell your body was made for. You are a goddamn fool. Go ahead.
Verse 16. What? Know ye not that he which is joined to a harlot is one body?
Right.
For two saith, he shall be one flesh.
Right. You joined with a hoe. Do you know that? Do you know you joined with a hoe? Why would you want to do that? That was always frowned upon. So it's cool now? Come on, man, stop it.
Verse 17. And he that is joined unto the Lord is one spirit.
Right. That's what you want to be joined to, the Lord. You want to be under the Lord's authority, man. You feel me? Not no hoe.
Verse 18. Flee fornication.
Right. Flee fornication. That's what the Bible say. But you running to Miami. You feel me? You running to Vegas. You running to Atlanta. When the Bible say you should flee fornication, because it's going to destroy you. You're going to wake up 10 years from now and realize you fucked your life up because of spring break or because of one bad decision. Because sex is marriage, and you're going to realize it, and it's going to be too late.
Every sin that a man doeth is without the body.
Mm-hmm. Without the body.
But he that committeth fornication sinneth against his own body.
Right. So every sin you do, you feel me, it's not against your body. You feel me? But fornication is. You feel me? And that's the temple. You feel me? You having all this unlawful sex on spring break. You feel me? You committing fornication with sinneth against his own body.
Verse 19. What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, which is in you?
Right. So you don't even understand that this is the Lord. You feel me? The Lord, the Most High, is in you. And ain't no way you supposed to just be giving your body up to fornication.
Which ye have of God, and ye are not your own.
You can't even, you're not even allowed to do that. Think about a prisoner in jail. It's certain stuff they just not allowed to do. And you're not allowed to have fornication. You feel me? You just ain't in a prison. You don't see the cells around you. So you don't understand that. But your body don't belong to you, man. You know how they say when you get locked up, you a prisoner of the state. You feel me? Property of the state of Illinois, property of the state of Kentucky. You a property of God. You can't do whatever you want to do, man. You go ahead.
Verse 20. For ye are bought with a price.
Right, Christ. Christ was the price. Him dying on that cross, we was done away with. The Most High was done with us. Christ brought us back to him. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, of course, that's who we talking to.
Therefore, glorify God in your body.
Therefore, praise the Most High. You feel me? Be proud of the fact that Christ died for you, and now you get to be back.
And in your spirit, which are God's.
Right, in your spirit, which are God's, which are powers. You feel me? Which are powers. That's what God means, power or authority. And if you Black, Hispanic, Native Indian, in your spirit, you are a power or authority, but you didn't forget. You didn't forget because you living under these heathens, man. They telling you all the dumb, wrong stuff to do. So yeah, let's drop that. Let's go to Romans 13 and 13.
Come. The book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 13. Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness.
Now think about it like this. In the daytime, everybody all cool. You know? What they say, the thieves come out at night. It's a lie. It's a lie. Freaks come out at night. Thieves come out at night. It's a lie. You feel me? But in the daytime, everything is all cool, calm, collective. Everybody like to be out in the day. It seems safe. But at nighttime, People are real and honest. And they say not in riding. And riding is just like, if you look up the definition of it in the Bible, it's just talking about being let loose. You feel me? You being let loose. Because at nighttime, that's what happens. You let loose. Spring break, you let loose. Vegas, you let loose. So they say Vegas is City City. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. You let loose. When that's against God, being let loose, riding. Go ahead.
Not in chambering and
Right.
wantonness.
And chambering, that's just talking about like in your bed and stuff like that. You feel me?
Not in strife and envying.
Right, not in strife or envying. Of course, you envying ain't gonna do nothing but cause sin. Because we envying our oppressors, and look what's happening. You feel me? We bigger whores and whoremongers than they are. And when that's their culture. But we envying them, so we want to be like them.
Verse 14. But put ye on the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof.
Right, and that's the whole point. That's the lust. You feel me? All that riding and drunkenness and chambering and wantonness, strife, envy, that's lust. You feel me? That you got to get rid of. Because if you don't get rid of it, it's going to destroy you. It's going to destroy your future. And you're going to look up, your whole life is upside down because of bad decisions you made. So you can drop that. Let's go to Genesis 1:27.
Come. The book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 27. So God created man in his own image.
Right. So when the Most High sent the angels, you feel me, to create man in our own image, which is reputation. That's all the image mean when they say that. You feel me? Think about when you say I can't do that, it's gonna mess up my image. It's just talking about your reputation. You feel me? And the powers created man in their own image, their own reputation, which is to receive orders. Do you think the angels wanted you to have threesomes? Do you think the angels wanted you to be on spring break, busting it wide open? When they created you, no, they did not. You go ahead.
In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he
right.
him.
That when they created male and female, not for spring break, not for busting it wide open, not for having a bunch of lustful sex. That's not why they did it. It was to be able to follow orders. You go ahead.
Verse 28. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply.
Be fruitful and multiply. You feel me? Be fruitful and multiply, not have a whole bunch of random sex with people. You feel me? How you gonna build families with a bunch of random people? That ain't what the angels made us for.
And replenish the earth.
Replenish the earth. Bring people back. Bring your family members back. How you gonna do that having sex one night stands on spring break? How you gonna bring your great granny and your great granddaddy back having random sex with people on spring break?
And subdue it.
And conquer it. You can't do that having one night stands.
And have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth.
And that's what they create us for. We the apex predators. You feel me? There's nothing on this earth, you feel me, that can live unless we say so. If we want to hunt all the sharks, we could do it. If we want to hunt all the deers, we could do it. Look at the so-called white man. He's doing it now. He's killing everything. Animals going extinct left and right because we the apex predators, man.
Verse 29. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of the earth, and every tree, which is Salaki, and which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat.
I'm just talking about the different vegetables and fruits and all that stuff. So you could drop that. Let's go to I was like, yeah, we went too far anyway. Let's go to Genesis 6:2.
Come. The book of Genesis, chapter 6, verse 2. And the sons of God saw the daughters of men that they were fair.
Now, right. Now, so what you got to understand. So now, it's people on the earth. You feel me? Hundreds of thousands of people on the earth. Adam and Eve was chosen out of all these people, you feel me, to be God's chosen people. Because he always pick a particular group of people to rule. But the sons of Adam and Eve saw the other nations and they start having sex with them.
And they took them wives of all which they chose.
Right, so they having sex with all type of different women they not supposed to. Ain't that's happening right now? Black men having sex with Arabs, Africans, white women, Chinese. This spring break in the Bible. This spring break. So lock it. This spring break in the Bible. The sons of God saw the daughters of men that they were fair. They took them wives, all they chose. That's spring break. That's happening on spring break, man. Right now, man. Go ahead. Going all over 3.
Come. Verse 3. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man.
Right. The Lord was fed up with that. Like he fed up with spring break and all this interracial dating. He said, man, my spirit ain't going to always strive with man. My vibe. You know, because they don't have my vibe. I didn't make them for that. He didn't have the angels make us for this, to have a bunch of interracial dating and lustful sex on spring break. Because it happened before, and he destroyed the earth because of it. You go ahead.
But that he is also flesh.
Right, he also fleshy weak. He give in to his desires because the body only wants pleasure. The spirit inside of you wants you to follow God, but your body wants pleasure, and it's fighting neck and neck, the spirit and the flesh.
Yeah, his days shall be 120 years.
Right, he cut our numbers down. That's why men and women don't live that long no more like they used to. So you can drop. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 6 and 10 and 13. That's the last scripture.
Book of 1 Corinthians chapter 6.
That's like it. 10 and 13. It's like
10 and 13. 10 and 13. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. There had temptation taken you, but such as is common to man.
Right. Everything you going through, somebody else going through it. Child support, woman leaving you, woman reckless, whatever, children reckless, lost your job. Everything that you're going through, somebody else is going through it, probably 10 times worse than you.
But God is faithful.
He testing you. That's all it is. We brought that out in Job. Whatever you're going through that's bad, Lord is testing you to see if you're going to fold. Just don't fold. Stay strong. And you're going to be rewarded 100-fold. Whether it's money, women, cars, clothes, whatever.
Who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able.
Right. If you lost something, you feel me? God got something better for you. If you lost it, the Lord didn't want you to have it anyway, because he got something better from it.
But will, with the temptation, also make a way to escape.
Right. You're going to make a way to escape. Whatever you're going through, the Lord got a path for you. He just wants to see if you're strong enough to fight it.
That ye may be able to bear it.
Right. He just want to see if you're strong enough to fight it. Whatever you're going through, the Lord is trying to see if you're strong enough to fight it. But that's the end of tonight's Tuesday Brotherhood class. You feel me? Get up with us, man. April 1st, Passover, Raleigh, North Carolina, man. You feel me? It's going to go down. ISUPK 54th Passover, man. I'm excited for it. Can't wait for it, man. Tune in, you feel me, for the festivities. Tune in for all the live videos. We all going live. I'm going to show you it's lit. If you didn't make it, you feel me? How about Shemai Shah? Thumb, how about Shemai Thumb, about Shemai Shah? Class is missing.